in the north was a very unique experience. I think I didn't fully realize it until later in life. We also have northern lights, for example, and I remember seeing them on my way to school when it was dark and cold winter mornings. So it was so routine to me that now I'm not that excited about aurora hunting. Also, as we had lots of snow in winters, of course, at the physical education classes, we did cross-country skiing. And when I tell it to people from warmer places, they think it was very exciting. But as we had to do it, it was not that fun for us. Maybe it would be better if we ski in the forest or on the frozen lake, but we were going around the school building mostly, so we were enjoying the view of the fence. Sometimes we had very low temperatures in winter, and if the temperature dropped to minus 25 degrees Celsius, classes for primary school students were cancelled. When it was minus 30 degrees, around that, it was day off for everybody up to 9th grade. And if the temperature was below minus 30, all the classes were cancelled. But of course, when the classes were cancelled due to severe cold weather, we used to go outside and had snowball fights or some other activities there. There are lots of northern stories. It's a big, interesting topic. Maybe that's it for today. Currently, I'm doing my PhD at the University of Lapland. I'm studying how attitudes to sexuality are built up, vary, and transform among students of the Arctic 5 universities. And Arctic 5 universities, just for the notice, is Luleå University of Technology, the Arctic University of Norway, Umeå University, University of Lapland, and University of Oulu. My research is in the field that intersects education, gender studies, and the unique context of the Arctic region here. Beyond my doctoral work, my academic background is quite eclectic. I have degrees in social pedagogy, linguistics, and also circumpolar studies. This diversity of background allows me to approach my research with more multidisciplinary perspectives. Being a visiting researcher at the University of Lapland's Arctic Center is very inspiring experience. All the researchers there are extremely passionate, and a wide range of topics are studied there, starting from global change and northern political economy to environmental and minority law, Arctic anthropology, and also Arctic governance. The center has a very collaborative spirit. There are daily coffee chats at 9 a.m. and also 2 p.m. And there is always the opportunity for discussions, building connections, and of course, having coffee. It's a coffee chat. I'm currently engaged in the Sirius project. This is a policy network on migrant education. This project brings together stakeholders in migration and education from all across Europe. The goal is to transfer knowledge and influence policy developments, ensuring that pupils from migrant backgrounds achieve the same educational standards as their native peers. The Kalot Academy is an annual traveling symposium, and International Scientific Forum in the North Kalot region of Europe. So it is north of Finland, Sweden, and Norway. It brings together senior researchers, early career scientists, policymakers, and also local communities, fostering dialogues between them. And as Lassi Heininen, the organizer of Kalot Academy, always says, it is important for researchers who study Arctic to visit it themselves, to see, to feel, and to smell the Arctic. We go around by bus, have sessions on the way at the universities, and visit places like Kiruna Mine and the Alto Dam, for example, on the way. I first got involved as a participant during my second year of my PhD, and it turned out to be one of the best academic decisions I ever made. I presented my research for a very diverse audience and got extremely useful and detailed feedback. And of course, Lassi himself is an endless source of academic inspiration. The next year, I joined the organizing team. Organizing the Kalot Academy goes beyond the typical scientific conference. It's an opportunity to shape the intersection of academia and real world issues. Organizing the Kalot Academy is not just about academic coordination. It's also a lot about practical information about the region, from knowing what types of hotels are in different Arctic cities, and also understanding the layout of grocery stores on the way. When I saw the opportunity to apply to become an Arctic 5 fellow, I realized that I had to take an advantage of this opportunity, because I'm studying students from exactly these 5 universities, and even the name Arctic 5 is in the title of my dissertation. First, we had a meeting in Luleå at the very end of summer. It was a fantastic gathering. We had a chance to meet other fellows and also Arctic 5 chairs. We discussed perspective of Arctic 5 universities, shared ideas, and brainstormed initiatives. We thought, how can we contribute, and what are we waiting from this collaboration? As a part of this fellowship, I had the privilege to attend the Interpolar conference this September in Kathmandu, representing the Arctic 5 universities collaboration there. Also, I had the opportunity to visit Arctic University of Norway, where I gave a guest lecture at the Gender, Security and War of Values in International Relations seminar at the Center of Peace Studies there. Attending the Interpolar conference in Kathmandu was a truly valuable experience. The conference was about connecting Arctic with the third pole. It provided a platform for me to present on the scientific and educational collaboration in the Arctic region through the Arctic 5 universities. The event was quite multidisciplinary. It offered very diverse perspectives on the similarities and also significant differences between the Arctic and the third pole region. There is actually lively debate around if these regions could be studied together, and if the experience gained in Arctic region could be used for cooperation and development of the third pole region. This discourse added depth to my understanding of the polar research potential impact on the global cooperation. I was inspired by Kathmandu with its busy city life, and also I was very inspired by the excursion to Isimot's Living Mountain Lab we had as a part of the conference. That was a contrast between the urban landscape and the quiet natural surroundings. Also, the flight from Kathmandu was surreal because I could see, and the whole plane with me, we could see the mountains at the eye level. They were not down there. They were like next to us. It was very surreal. I had the opportunity to share insight from Kathmandu also at the Rovaniemi Arctic Spirit Conference. Here I reflected on my participation in the Interpolar Conference, creating a bridge between the diverse polar landscapes and the collaborative initiatives. It was a chance to bring the learnings from Kathmandu to a different audience here, bringing the global context of polar research. For those who want to start study Arctic, I can recommend to start getting to know the basics if you never studied it before. You can explore fundamental principles and key concepts. For example, I myself got a bachelor's in circumpolar studies at Northern University to build my foundation. But of course, you don't necessarily need to spend years on it. Also, good idea can be to consider an interdisciplinary approach because Arctic covers lots of ground. So exploring different fields like environmental science, anthropology, political science can give broad understanding. And Arctic research community is very welcoming. So it's a good idea to try to find mentors and network connections with others who share your research interests.